Hey, young minds, future leaders and learners. I'm Anil Sir, your guide at Student Care Center. Get ready to embark on an exciting learning adventure with us. Our videos are packed with knowledge, fun, and everything in between. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of education together. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered what the world looked like politically in the 18th century? Let's take a journey back in time. Picture a world where empires and kingdoms were the movers and shakers, shaping the course of history. The 18th century was the stage for some of the most powerful political entities the world has ever seen. Let's take a moment to imagine the British Empire, a kingdom that stretched across the globe, influencing cultures and economies from Asia to the Americas. Then there was the French Empire, a beacon of enlightenment and revolution, spreading its ideals across Europe and beyond. The Ottoman Empire, a fusion of cultures and traditions, held sway over vast territories in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Let's not forget the Qing dynasty, a powerhouse in the East, steering the fate of China and its neighbors. The start of the 18th century was a time of great political change and upheaval, setting the stage for the events to come. The 18th century was a time of political revolution and reform. Let's explore some of the key events. Dive into the American Revolution, a pivotal moment in the mid-18th century. 13 colonies decided they were tired of British control and taxation without representation. They took up arms, declared independence, and after a long, grueling war, emerged as the United States of America. The American Revolution was a beacon of hope for colonies worldwide, a real-life example of David overcoming Goliath. We then cross the Atlantic to France, where the French Revolution is brewing. The French Revolution was a period of radical political and societal change in France, marking the collapse of the Bourbon monarchy, the rise of radical political groups, and the eventual ascent of Napoleon Bonaparte. The revolution, fueled by Enlightenment ideals, challenged the old hierarchical order and paved the way for modern notions of democracy, rights, liberty, and nationalism. Speaking of Napoleon, his rise to power is another significant event in the 18th century. Napoleon Bonaparte, a military genius, seized power in the aftermath of the French Revolution. His rule established many political structures that still influence France today. Under his command, the French Empire expanded across Europe, spreading revolutionary principles and reforming education, administration, and law. Let's not forget the Industrial Revolution, a time of great change and innovation. The Industrial Revolution was not a political event per se, but it had profound political implications. The shift from agrarian society to industrialized nations led to dramatic changes in living conditions, work environments, and societal structures. It also stirred political debates about workers' rights and the role of government in regulating industry. These events changed the course of history, shaping the world as we know it today. The 18th century, a century of revolutions, reformations, and innovations, left an indelible mark on the world. From the birth of the United States to the rise of Napoleon, from the French Revolution to the Industrial Revolution, these events have shaped the political landscape of the world. They have laid the foundation for modern political thought and continue to influence our lives today. So, how did the 18th century change the world? A loaded question indeed. Let's try to unpack it a bit. The 18th century was a time of colossal shifts in global power dynamics. Empires rose and fell, altering the landscape of the world as we know it. The British Empire, for instance, expanded its reach across continents, setting the stage for a new global order. Simultaneously, the age was marked by revolutions that challenged existing norms and institutions. The American and French revolutions, in particular, sparked a global conversation about democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. But the transformations were not limited to politics. The Industrial Revolution, another landmark event of the century, reshaped economies and societies, paving the way for the modern world. The ripples of these events continue to shape contemporary politics. making the 18th century a vital period of study. The 18th century was a time of great political transformation, the effects of which can still be seen today. If you're interested in learning more about this fascinating period, contact Anil Sir at the Students' Care Center at 9999060986. 8.